All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thing Goes back again for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Deadly Class yet again. And what I wanted to discuss is why the hell such a very good show such as Deadly Class get canceled in the first place when it deserved way more than just one season and 10 episodes, and to be cut off on such a beautiful cliffhanger. Actually, wasn't that beautiful, but you know what I'm saying? To be left with a story unfinished such as that is quite a pet peeve of mine. I hate that shit, man. I hate when shows as good as this one get cut too short, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Now, I made a post on the Deadly Class group on Facebook. I'm a member of that group. You should check it out. It's a lot of good people there talking about Deadly Class, trying to keep the conversation alive. And I posted this here. I said, I honestly think the only reason why the show didn't get a fair shake is because it came on Sci-Fi. That channel is notorious for canceling a lot of shows, which it definitely is. And the fact that it was on the channel means that not that many people even watched it during its initial run. If it had come out on Netflix from the start, and when I say Netflix, what I mean is like, if it definitely did come out on Netflix, more people would have seen it for sure. But what I mean is like, if it was just on something, maybe Amazon Prime, Netflix, or, just a channel, even FX, shit, just a channel where more people could have seen it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it came out on Netflix from the start, it would have blown up like it is now, and probably would be one of the most successful shows on the platform, gearing up for its third season. Here's hoping Netflix notices the talent in the show and helps it get back on its feet like it's done with other shows before it. So when I say that, I mean like shows like Lucifer. They also did, it wasn't Netflix, Amazon Prime did this. Like I said, I threw that out there too. They actually brought back a show called The Expanse. And another thing, pretty cool. This is an older show, but I don't know if y'all ever heard of the show Firefly. It actually originally came out, I think, on TNT or something like that. But it came out years ago, right? And it starred Nathan Fillion and a lot of other OG actors that are just amazing. They actually started in this show called Firefly back in the day. It only lasted for one season, I think like 12 episodes, right? And the show was too damn good, and it got canceled way too soon. And fans actually pushed back. They petitioned. They talked about how good the show was. They like, come on, bro, like this way too, like y'all shouldn't do this, bro. And they didn't bring the show back per se, but what they did was they actually made a movie. They made a big budget, good looking, good movie. And it was pretty long too. And what it did was it capped off the ending to the series way better. It kind of handled all the loose ends, and it just made like this huge movie event of it. And it was like 2 hours and something long. And like I said, it was able to make the ending a whole lot nicer and tie in a much neater bow than what happened with the show. Now, it would be cool to see a Deadly Class movie and shit like that. That would be fucking awesome. But I don't want no movie. I mean, I take it back in any way we can get it now, if I'm being honest with you. The same people working on it, I wouldn't mind a movie, but I know that Deadly Class has way too much story to where like they wouldn't even really be able to tell they wouldn't be able to tell the whole story if they just brought it back as a movie. That's a different case, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Firefly wasn't based off of a comic book or anything like that. It was an original work by Josh Whedon, so it has a lot of different factors in there. So if they bring it back, it needs to be in a show so they can do like they did the first season and continue to tell the story of the comic and stuff like that. So that's how I would prefer it to happen. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is why did it get canceled, right? It got canceled in my opinion because not that many people even know about it. We got all these people that's currently watching Deadly Class in the UK since it's been put in certain countries on Netflix for people to enjoy. They're experiencing it for the first time, and they think the show just came out. I done seen a lot of screenshots of like people commenting, people talking about it and everything. They think the show just came out. You know what I'm saying? Or they think it like just came out on Netflix, or it's a Netflix original series. A lot of people are like, bruh, how the fuck did I not know about this show? Like, how did I not know about this show? When did this show come out? How did I not know about this show? What the fuck? What? You know what I'm saying? Because it's too good, and they never even knew about it. And that's because Sci-Fi didn't really promote the show like that, even when it was initially being shown on that channel. And, they didn't really promote it well. Not that many people knew about it. It's real niche. And the only reason I even knew about the show back when it originally came out. Now, I caught it when it first came out. I saw the premiere and I watched it every week when a new episode dropped. But the reason I found out about it is because this was back when like Marvel was super hot. I mean, still is clearly, but back when they was making like Infinity War and they was working on Endgame and all that stuff. And I follow the Russo brothers on Instagram, right? And the Russo brothers, if you don't know, they actually produced. They're the producers of the Deadly Class TV series. So what I was doing, bro, like I was on a page one day and I saw them actually they set up a promotion for Deadly Class, talking about how it was going to be a show and when it was coming out, and they had a little quick trailer for it and everything. It looked like maybe a TV spot, and I watched it and I saw some of the actors and I saw how the show was shaping up to be, and I was just like, are you fucking serious, bro? And the reason why I was so turned up is because I already knew what Deadly Class was at the time, because I'm a fan of Rick Remender and his work. So I was already reading Deadly Class at that point. So I'm still I'm saying in like the awe factor of how good the comic is, right? And then literally as I'm reading the comic, I probably maybe knew about that comic like a month before I saw that trailer, right? Like I'm fresh into the comic. I'm just reading it and seeing how amazing it is. And then all of a sudden I get spoiled with a gift of a show about to come out that looks like it's going to be fairly accurate to the material. So I'm just like, okay, Christmas came early today. Like I was excited, man. I was just like, oh, wow. So then I watched the show and I'm just like, bro, this show is good as fuck, bro. Then I'm finishing. I'm like, oh my God, bring on season 2, bro. And then it get canceled. So, that just kind of, they took a shit in my cereal. But yeah, man, why it get canceled? Because not that many people saw it. Now, there's a lot of interesting comments that was put on this post that I made on the Deadly Class group. And what I want to do is I want to share some of these comments with you guys, because it actually highlighted a lot of things that I didn't even know. I learned a lot from these comments. And if some of the stuff is true, or if it's all true, then, it gives you like another look, another perspective into what exactly happened with this show. You know what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate. It gives you a lot of different angles to come at it from. So I wanted to read some of these with you guys and share it with you. So one of the comments here is actually from Ray Francisco Ortega. Now, I think he's actually one of the admins of this group. And he said, from what I read, it was offered to Netflix, but they felt that it would have clashed with Umbrella Academy and they didn't want to lose viewers. They also mentioned that both shows was too similar to have on the same platform. But I'm hoping now that it's in other countries and it will become available in North America soon, and maybe then Netflix can do another season. On Twitter, someone tweeted that the reason why they also didn't pick up Deadly Class was because Netflix wouldn't allow Rick Remender to run his show his way. Now, this is very interesting, man, because I wouldn't like Deadly Class as much as I do now if the show wasn't exactly like how it was, how it is now. I mean, it's awesome. And if Rick Remender needed complete creative control to make it in that way, then I understand. I completely understand. I wouldn't want him to go with Netflix either if he wasn't able to give us the product that we were given, and I know it can be like that sometimes. And I've heard about that, man, with Netflix, with other series, other shows, man. They can be stupid as fuck when it comes to stuff. They done passed up on some good stuff, or they cancel good shit, or they'd be like, okay, you can bring this shit on, but you got to do this. And, sadly, a lot of companies do that, man. It's not just Netflix. When you're making stuff, you got to shake deals with people. You got to have meetings with people. And sometimes these higher up companies, man, they really try to fuck your creative control. They really try to tamper with your projects. And this is Rick Remender's baby. You can tell that he really has a passion and a love for Deadly Class, and he really wanted to get that story right. So if he had to step away from Netflix to do what he did with the show, I completely understand. Now, going to Sci-Fi might have not been the best move, but what if it was the only one that allowed him to do what he had to do? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, man. Sci-Fi might have been the only place that allowed him to make the show the way that he wanted to make it, but at the same time, they didn't really promote the show. And even if they did, not that many people really watch shit on Sci-Fi anyway. So he kind of had to take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? Sci-Fi was going to let him make the show how he wanted to, but also it wasn't going to get that many viewers on that channel. So it kind of sucks, man. It's like Deadly Class was in like this lose-lose situation, man, no matter how good it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's another one I want to read out real quick. So hold on a second. This is from, let me see. Bear with me for a second. Okay, now this is from Andrew Savage. He said, I heard in this group that Rick originally was in talks with Netflix, but they wouldn't give him creative control. See, I'd have hated the show if it was watered down from what it ended up being. Exactly, Andrew Savage. And then he says Netflix kind of sucks these days when it comes to originals. Case in point, the Avatar live action and development that the creators walked away from. Oh, Jesus Christ. Avatar does not need another live action, man. He said quantity over quality. Netflix originals are like a bargain. Are like bargain bin crap compared to like an HBO. You know what I mean? You know, they'd really be farting out a lot of them original projects too. Some of them be good, don't get me wrong, but they put way too many out there, man. It's like they flood their catalog with it, and you'll be lucky if you find like a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? And got another one here from Eli Rainwaters. The official reason Sci-Fi canceled it was because of the show's depiction of too much kid-on-kid violence, which at the time was under the microscope, with the U.S. having 2 or 3 school shootings in back-to-back in months. They basically said the show's content was inappropriate in the current political and social climate, pointing to that as they promoted inter-school violence. As we all know, being a fan of the show is completely different context than the school shootings. And he's exactly right, man. It's stupid as fuck. You know, especially like, let me throw Nissa's comment out there, man. We got Nissa Strohan. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but you made an excellent point right here. I laughed when I read it. She like, bitch ass niggas. She didn't say that, but she just like, we have a lot of mainstream shows like Riverdale, Sabrina, and etc. that are dark ass shows, bro, about kid on kid violence and shit like that. And they gonna really get rid of Deadly Class, bro? Like, are you serious, bro? It's like they didn't even take the context into account. You know, this kind of remind me of when everybody was having a baby and fucking losing their mind and getting all mad and crying and trying to do all this social stuff to take down the video game Bully, which in my opinion, you know, ain't no killing or nothing like that, but I kind of like the aesthetic of Bully, like oddly weird. If you ever played Bully, it kind of remind me of Deadly Class in a way. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but the music, and you know how it is, how the kids act and stuff like that, Bully kind of remind me of Deadly Class a little bit. It just don't have like literal killing of kids in it. You know what I'm saying? They not assassins or nothing, but it kind of lightly reminds me of it if you played the game Bully before. But yeah, Bully was getting attacked a lot before it even came out. People was trying to like literally get the game banned, like trying to get the game to not even release, all because the game was called Bully and people saw a few screenshots. They thought that the game was going to have you playing as a bully, like it was going to depict kid on kid violence, you know, which it does, but you know, just fights and stuff. But they thought you was going to be playing as a bullying the shit out of other kids just for no reason. You know, they know Rockstar's history and everything. And they was really trying to get the game canceled and not even come out before even taking everything into context, like before fully playing the game, seeing what it was about. Of course, when the game actually came out, you find out that you play as Jimmy Hopkins, a kid that is actually fighting and pushing back against the bullies, and he's fighting against the bullies and he's trying to stop the bullying in his school. That's what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it just goes to show you, bro, like people will try to find any reason to tear down some good quality stuff. You know what I mean? Like Deadly Class, bro, at the time and shit, even right now when I think about it, was one of the best new shows on TV. Like it was saucy as fuck, man. And if it was still on TV right now, like if it never got canceled, it would probably be in its 3rd season or getting ready to start its 3rd season. And like I said, bro, it would have been one of the best TV shows currently running on TV, on television, because there's not really that many shows on cable, like on regular cable, that I partake in anymore. I mean, I still watch FX for shows like Snowfall and the Mayans MC, and I'm thinking about checking out Fargo. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that many good shows on actual cable television that take my attention like that. And Deadly Class really just came at a good time, bruh, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got so spoiled with watching these shows on these on these streaming services where there's like you don't have to wait week to week for a new episode. You just binge the whole thing. You know, I got so used to that I forgot the feeling of being super excited and waiting in anticipation for the following week and getting ready to watch a new episode of a show that you just can't wait to see. And Deadly Class was the last time I experienced that. You know what I'm saying? And it's an amazing show, bro. If you haven't watched it or read the comic, because it's hand in hand, like you need both. Like I said, man, check it out, please. It is, you're not gonna waste your time. It is an amazing series, gone way too soon. It was stupid that they canceled it the way that it is. It just seemed like it came out with the situation. It was kind of like a lose-lose situation. Like I mentioned earlier, man, I'm glad that it came out the way that it did. And if Rick Remender did what he had to do in order to make the show that he currently made, I'm happy with the final product. I'm glad that he did what he had to do. But it's just unfortunate that not that many people was able to put their eyes on it and see how good this show was. So I highly recommend you do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, buy the Blu-ray, bro. It's on Amazon. Buy the DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the shit make money. Let people see how much people fuck with Deadly Class. Support it. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, with the conversation getting a little bit more sparked up with everybody watching it in these foreign countries and it constantly topping the top 10 charts and shit like that, bro. Check it out, bro. You got all the actors and everything reposting it. They ready. They excited. You can tell they want to keep going, man. They're not too old either. They all look the same, bro. It ain't that long after, you know, they can still go for it, bro. Like, y'all better bring this show back right now while it's hot, while it's ready, and while everybody want to see what's going on, man. That is definitely one of the best shows to be canceled, and it needs to keep going. Like, especially with the way that cliffhanger was. I don't know why, but I got kind of like this curse. I always end up loving these TV shows that always get canceled after like one season. Like I mentioned, Firefly, amazing, canceled after one season. Deadly Class, amazing, canceled after one season. Spectacular Spider-Man, amazing, canceled after 2 seasons. Fucking Thundercats, the reboot, canceled after 1 season. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I end up liking a show, it always get canceled after 1 season. It's fucking unfortunate, man. I don't want Deadly Class to join the bunch. I want it to actually finish because it is way too good for that. So let me know what you think about this video, man. Comment down below. Let me know what you think, man. Like, dislike, and if you want to go to a group and join other people, other fans of Deadly Class, and discuss all this stuff, man, join that group on Facebook, man. I'll be up in there. I try to post stuff, you know, every time I can. You know, it's a lot of good people there, man, keeping the discussion of Deadly Class alive and well. And here's to hoping that that show will actually get a fair shake and get to come back at least with one more season. At least, like, come on, bro. Like, if it had at least 2 seasons and we got to see like the Die For Me arc and shit, you know, and in the finals, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been probably a worse cliffhanger when I think about it. But I would have enjoyed it if we at least got to see that. Like, come on, bro. Let us see finals, bro. Like, if you read the comic, oh my God, bro, and you know what people are missing out on, it just break your heart even more, bro, if you read the comic and know what the show was about to adapt and it never got a chance to adapt it. So please check it out, man. And I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And until next time, guys, peace.